Welcome back. Krista Carnegie, Administrator of DATCAP's Division of Agricultural Development, joins me today with an update on a number of international outreach opportunities for Wisconsin agriculture. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Elaine.
Well, I'd like to start with your recent trade mission to Japan. What was the goal of that?
Well, opportunity for expanding, developing, and continuing our relationships with one of our top 5 trading partners for the state of Wisconsin.
When we look at Wisconsin agriculture exports, I think, certainly we think cheese, which is very important, but there are a lot of products people may not even realize are intriguing to the international market. Talk about some of those that people might be surprised to learn.
Sure. So not only cheese, right? 90% of the cheese that we make here in Wisconsin leaves the state for other markets, but dairy ingredients are also something. So the whey proteins and ingredients that people can use in food, but also vegetables and sauces and meats are major exports, as well as animal feed.
You also mentioned lumber. I don't know that everyone thinks of lumber, but we grow trees here.
We absolutely do. Over half of Wisconsin's land is forested, wow. And we do have some very good relationships that we're trying to establish with some export markets for our lumber.
So when you were in Japan, talk me through some of the things you got to experience.
Yeah, so the USDA has got a foreign ag service team that helps match up companies and identify opportunities for U.S. businesses. Okay. And so we were able to do some tours of some of those businesses, and also businesses who came along, so the companies did one-on-one meetings.
Oh, very nice. Conversely, we spoke last week briefly about the visit. There was a trade team from Japan who came stateside, so we're making sure that connection's going both ways, right?
Yes, yeah. So the funding that we're using to expand our exports for agricultural products is trade missions, trade shows, but also inbound missions as well, because we want people to experience all of Wisconsin and be able to meet some of the producers who are making the food that they would be buying.
And your team is certainly logging the miles. Understand that DATCAP Secretary Romanski is currently in the UK this week. Who is he traveling with, and what's the goal there?
We've got 5 companies that are traveling with Secretary Romanski, dairy companies, we've got a vegetable company, we've got a ginseng company, and they're also talking about wood products and distilled spirits, as well as genetics is also a major export for Wisconsin in the UK, and those are opportunities that he's talking about.
Neat. Well, certainly we have a lot of foodies in our state and in our nation. There are international food shows, though, which are now officially on my bucket list after looking at some of your notes. Talk to me about some of these experiences that are coming up.
The international food shows are really a great opportunity, to meet some customers, to taste some products. We've got some upcoming Midwest Buyers Mission that we're encouraging companies to participate in to, again, develop some relationships and meet some new markets.
And certainly we're looking to strengthen relationships we have, but build new ones as well?
You bet. Through the pandemic, we saw that we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, right? So diversifying markets, developing relationships with other regions is really important.
Krista, why is it important for the state to offer support? We have had, story after story of financial support that's being put to this mission, whether it is to our producers and processors to get them ready to export or to make these connections. Why is that important to be supportive?
Right. Well, any business is difficult to get going, and so the state really is here as a resource. And as you mentioned, if you're new to export, you're already exporting but maybe want to get into a new market, we've got some experts and can tap into foreign ag service expertise to help learn about those markets and what are the things that you need to know, and how do you get your toe in the water and develop those relationships.
Well, if you need someone to come along and take pictures, you've got my card, and we look forward to learning about some of the relationships that have been forged out of these trips. Congratulations on the work being done.
Thank you.
Certainly keep track with DATCAP on their Facebook page and on their website to learn more about these and other ways those dollars are being spent.